But first tonight, a medical breakthrough for thousands of South Australians. As many as 1 in 5 people are affected by some form of chronic fatigue, and while only a small number are diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, it's a devastating condition that can destroy lives. But now, as Rodney Lose reports, scientists are discovering what causes it and how to treat it.
To friends who ask, I explain it as jet lag, like a jet lag that doesn't turn off. The debility is so great that they are unable to maintain their own hygiene.
You're talking about someone that had a lot of drive, a lot of stamina.
For decades, people with chronic fatigue syndrome have been misunderstood. At its worst, labelled malingerers, hypochondriacs and lazy.
Josh has always been one of those people that does things to the nth degree, not with half of anything.
Josh Roberts' mum Sharon says he was a mini action man, school captain who enjoyed running marathons for fun. But 7 years ago, he got a flu.
Probably the first part of that was him getting sick and then just not getting better from just a general flu.
And the first things I noticed was losing some memory. I was applying to be a leader at my school, and slowly my memory just started to disappear.
Now he spends 22 hours a day flat on his back. Any serious mental or physical exertion can take weeks to get over.
Cooking, something is cooking, studying, playing a jigsaw puzzle. Not long ago I did a jigsaw puzzle and was out for, I took a dip for 3 weeks because I spent 5 hours playing a jigsaw puzzle.
Josh, like thousands of others, was destined to dwell in the medical too hard basket.
Chronic fatigue syndrome was the name given to this condition because people really did not understand what it was.
Except for a team of scientists working at Griffith University who have made a world-first breakthrough.
We've been working on this now for nearly 10 years, and our attention was alerted to a group of blood cells called natural killer cells. These cells are important for the body's defence against infection and cancers and so on, and we found that these cells were quite unusual.
Professor Don Staines and his team have found it's a malfunction in the body at a cellular level.
There were significant changes in a group of receptors known as transient receptor potential ion channels, which convey calcium into the cell.
What they also found is sufferers are predisposed to the condition. It runs in the family, and onset comes after a serious illness.
And it doesn't seem to matter what that infection is. Could be a virus, could be a bacterium, could be a parasite, and then they go downhill very quickly.
Sufferers are not producing energy, partly because calcium is not being absorbed by the cells at a normal rate.
Calcium ions are absolutely critical for every cellular function in the body. Now, whether it's muscular function, calcium is critical in skeletal-muscular function, but it's also critical in every other cell, in every tissue in the body.
Including the heart and the brain. On the left, a normal brain. The right, a CFS sufferer's brain. Parts of the CFS brain working at a much lower rate. It's why, for Josh, thinking is like driving through a fog. But Professor Staines' team are confident the fog can be lifted.
We believe this is incredibly important because, firstly, this is very new pathology. Secondly, in terms of understanding how this pathology occurs in this illness and what it means for patients is absolutely fundamental to where we go forward.
Next is a test for the condition. Previously, people with CFS were diagnosed if they met a list of criteria, and then treatment.
While we're not claiming that the illness can be cured, we still don't know enough about that. We certainly hope that we'll be able to use various treatments to enable patients to lead a normal life. Something akin to diabetes, a very serious illness, but with injections of insulin and so on, people can lead a normal life.
More importantly, sufferers won't be forced to endure potential treatments that can make their condition worse, like extreme exercise. Is it a relief to know that you're not crazy?
Definitely. Even though the family might think I'm crazy sometimes.
One of the most immediate impacts of the discovery will be on the insurance industry, which has in the past denied claims and forced sufferers into extreme and questionable treatments because the condition was so misunderstood.
Well, those sorts of labels are simply unconscionable. For people with the most severe form of the illness, and there is a spectrum, the people with the most severe form of the illness have been in bed for many years, some for decades.
It's hoped too the extent of the disease will be revealed. Josh is hopeful it means one day he might get his life back.
Dream was to pursue entrepreneurial ventures, and it still is. But that was plan A, to go straight into it. Plan B now is to take it a bit slow and take a different route.
Rodney Lose there.